morning, 17th of September. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of September, 2025. You're tuned into Women Radio 91.7, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. This is the newspaper review segment of the Full Breakfast Show this morning, and I am Fumi Bangala.
I remain Tomu Okewale Shonaya.
Can I just say, Tom, that I like how you always come in so bubbly. So the energy is infectious. So I love it. Please
Thank
continue.
you. Good morning. Good morning. It's a happy day. Yep. But I didn't go for
so what's making you excited?
I didn't go for my walk this morning. Which,
Uh-oh.
I woke up. The alarm woke me up about 6:15, 6 o'clock. But I was just reading the news. I was just reading the news, getting myself familiar. So I didn't go for my walk. But after this, I'm definitely going to go for my walk.
Okay. Okay. I need to take a leaf from your book, because every time you go, I tell myself, I need to go on a walk. But then I just get so overwhelmed. Not even overwhelmed, like neck deep in work that I don't remember, and then finally the day is gone. So I'm going to try. Do you set an alarm for it?
Try. I do set an alarm for everything I do. I use the alarm. I use my phone diary. But the alarm, but I think my body also, is used to waking up at about, because by 5:45, the weather is not bad, so it's bright, nothing to worry about. So I think my body is used to it. And around that 5:30, 5:45, I'm kind of waking up, kind of praying, meditating, just thinking, how is today going to be like? How was yesterday? What did I do wrong? How could I make today better? And then I just, yes. What about you? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you.
Me, in the mornings, yes, my alarm wakes me up by 4, and then I'm trying to get into, think of things, look for the headlines and stories that we're going to talk about. And before I know it is 6 o'clock, I'm reading the news and getting into it. So it just feels, maybe I need to wake up earlier. I don't know, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, again, you have children, you see, you have children, you have to. So maybe you just have to figure out, even if it's 30 minutes, you can walk around. You can walk around. You don't have to go out like myself. You can walk around in the neighborhood, in the house.
True. Because anytime I say I'm going to do it at the end of the day, I'm like, I will not go big. No, okay, so maybe I'll see. You can ask me tomorrow, you can ask me tomorrow if I did.
I do every day, and I do in the evenings as well.
Oh, morning and evening.
Except Sundays.
Ah, okay. I'll borrow some ginger from you and see.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it. The headlines this morning. We have quite a few headlines this morning, and we are going to start off with the Punch newspaper, as per normal, where it says federal government unveils Agric reforms, moves to create 21 million jobs. Tinubu returns to Abuja after cutting short Paris leave.
Okay, for me, just bear with me a second. Ooh la la. For me, you didn't even say hello to. I saw Bukio.
Yes, I was going to get to it when we're done with the headlines. But
I saw Bukio. Bukio is waiting for us patiently.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so newspaper headline news. I need to take this day.
Yes.
This day says NUPRC reforms in oil gas sector have delivered $18 billion FDPs in 2025. Dogara to Tinubu inherited economic debris from Buhari.
In the Guardian newspaper, we have visa fees remain non-refundable. U.S. Embassy tells Nigerians. We also have coalition warns of rising mass killings, mob justice, insecurity.
Daily Trust says why Tinubu cut short vacation. And also 2027, APC, PDP, BICA over premature campaigns.
In the Vanguard newspaper, we have federal government drags Showore Facebook X to court over post against Tinubu. Pensioners threaten nationwide naked protest over unpaid benefits.
These are the kind of stories that make me sad, because for you to be a pensioner, it means that you have worked your life.
Yes.
To serve your nation, your community, your organization, and then your old age when you're supposed to be retiring, enjoying, you're going through all of this. And when you get old, your health also deteriorates, so it's not a nice one. But hey, a day will come when all the news will be positive.
Yes, we're hopeful.
In the Tribune of today, it says APC to Atiku, stop inciting Nigerians against Tinubu. And Shetima seeks sub-regional collaboration to tackle hunger.
In the Premium Times newspaper, we have Ajaokuta Steel Company will never work, says Dangote. We also have NHRC receives over 365,000 complaints, lists 4 states with most killings.
That report from Dangote is very worrying, For him to say that, he has inkling more than you and I.
From insight, yes.
Ooh. The Nation says troops kill 3 terrorists, capture IPOB commander Jantul Doyahu, and Sanwo-Olu, Lagos critical to Nigeria's world power dream.
In the cable newspaper, we have Nama seeks upward review of 11,000 naira airline flight charge. We also have Showore sues DSS over unlawful censorship of his social media accounts.
And in the pen pushing, original Egba candidate will be supported for 2027 governorship race in Ogun State, says Bode Mustafa. And lawmaker surrenders after being declared wanted for alleged 73.6 million naira fraud.
Finally, in the headlines this morning, we have the Daily Post, school resumption. Ogun moves to implement new curriculum. And then finally, we have I restored stability in River State under extraordinary circumstances, says Ibas. These are the headlines this morning in the national dailies. You want to do well to go. I mean, this is really, really exhaustive. We scoured the whole internet for headlines for you. You want to go to get you a copy of the newspaper or read them online. But better still, you want to stick around with us as we tackle some of these headlines this morning. We have our analyst with us. Hello, Buki Femi Ajala. Good morning to you.
Okay, good morning. So sad I was patiently waiting.
Yes, thank you for being patiently waiting. How are you this morning?
Has his own attributes. It's always good to be patient. So good morning. Good morning. Of course, our newspaper review family, wherever you are on the surface of the earth, like I always say, good morning. I mean, I think last week I was not around, so this idea of showing your face. I had to quickly chat you this morning. I said, I hope you're not showing our face this morning. When you said, we have to show our face, I said, oh my God, okay, I have to get ready.
Thank you for complying. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, one can see the facial expression because it forms part of communication, not just the voice, but of course, I mean, your expressions and all that. I mean, so it's good. It's good. Continuous improvement.
And we do look good. We do look good. We do look good. Irrespective of whatever we may have gone through or we're going through or we're battling, we still look good.
Absolutely.
So we are grateful for that. Yeah.
And work. I also do work, but around my compound. So when Tom was telling you can actually do it within your confine, I mean, yes, it is. And of course, I always take delight in the evening to go and walk around, in my community, go to the market.
For me, you've got to do it.
I have to join, yes.
Intentionally, I want to buy something, so I will walk. And then when somebody says, "Oh, where are you going? Can I said, no, don't lift me. I want to walk." Yeah.
For me, you've
So
got to do it. You've
I
got to
will.
do it.
I
Honestly,
will.
no matter how little, how short the duration, you've got to figure a way out to do it. Okay.
Yes, I will. All right, let's get into it. This piece of news is not new. However, I felt when I saw it, I felt the need to, address this, but from different angles. This is from the Guardian newspaper. It says visa fees remain non-refundable. U.S. Embassy tells Nigerians. The United States Embassy in Nigeria has reminded Nigerians that visa application fees are non-refundable and non-transferable, even if the visa is denied. The embassy said this in reaction to Nigerian applicants, particularly those applying for student and visitor visas, who complained about the financial burden of repeated denials without refunds. U.S. Embassy in a tweet on X on Tuesday, using the hashtag Visa Wise Travel Smart, explained that the visa fee helps cover the cost of processing each application, whether it is approved or not. We hear your concerns regarding US visa application fees. Like most countries, US visa fees cover the cost of processing the application regardless of the outcome. They said even though that while these fees are non-refundable and non-transferable, each application is reviewed thoroughly and fairly. So this fee stands at $185, approximately 280,000 naira. This includes tourist, business, student, and exchange visas, while work and religious visas cost $190, which will probably come to about 285 or 290,000 naira, while K visas cost $265, and the fee amount for E visas is $205. Now, some will have to apply, reapply, and pay this fee multiple times, even after being rejected, and sometimes they don't even get the visa, no matter how many times they go to apply. The US also reiterated that under a presidential proclamation on national security, which took place on the 9th of June 2025, visa issuance and entry to the US are suspended or restricted for nationals of certain countries identified as security risks. So applicants who are subject to this presidential proclamation may still submit their visa applications and attend scheduled interviews, but they may be ineligible for visa issuance or admission to the United States. Buki, as as someone, I'll use myself as an example, who's been rejected. Okay, I haven't applied to the US before, but I've been rejected twice. And I remember the first rejection, I cried. Hot tears. I cried, and this was like many years ago. I cried hot tears because it was to the UK, and back then it was, I think, 20,000 naira. But it wasn't even so much the money, it was that what did I do that is causing you to reject me? My application, to my understanding, was perfect. It was good. Let me not say perfect, it was good enough. So why are you rejecting me? Of course, they cited different reasons that I didn't think were tenable. And we see this over and over, whatever country that you're applying to. So my question really is, what is the Ministry of Interior doing? Because I'm still going to get to the point of, the US already putting maybe Nigeria, saying that we are a security risk and all of that. But to the point of, you understand, people want to jackpot, people want a better life for themselves, their children, their family, regardless of the economy. Nigerians have been immigrating for years upon years upon years, right? So this is not a new thing, but the fact that we have to get rejected and rejected and rejected, sometimes I think it has turned into a repa. Like, you guys love this job that you're doing, like collecting our money to improve your economy, and you don't care, right? What do you think the Ministry of Interior should be doing? Because I believe that their job is actually supposed to be solidifying relationships between Nigeria and these countries. But it seems like we are the ones complaining they are not doing anything. I'm not saying they're not doing anything, but that's the impression, that Nigerians have of anybody in government, really. So I'd like to know your thoughts.
Okay, so that goes for Bookie, right?
Oh yeah, definitely for you, Bookie.
All right, I would like to start by saying that for every country, they have the right to know who is coming in and who is coming out and who is going out, particularly who is coming into their country. It's their domain, it's their land. So they want to, so they have that right to say we want you or we do not want you.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that the interior, the ministry would probably now do is based on relationship and based on all the partnerships that they have. You know, they call something reciprocity and things like that. Okay, this is how I treat your citizens. Okay, you also have to treat my own citizens. And because that also trade and so many other things that is underneath that at times we do not see, but these things go in and out and things like that, bilateral relationship and things like that. But the topmost one is I decide who comes into my country. So if I know that you are coming in to give me value and I do not have such people that will give me that value, that they will open up. But when they begin to see that, hey, you are stressing our resources, you understand? And they now begin to see that even the so-called citizens that are already in the land, they are causing security threats and things like, you know, they also have their own antenna radar and all these things everywhere. So they have the right. But however, even with the rights that they have, I talk as a Nigerian. If you look at the caliber of percentage, let me use the percentage of people who are doing so well, even in science, in the hospitality business, in the medical business, you know, talk about even trade, even education. I don't have the percentage, but the percentages of Nigerians are high, even in States, in US, right? So we are contributing positively, you know, to the economy. I was looking at some statistics. As at 2017, no, 2023 and 2024, they issued 20,000 visas to students, and the report says for Nigeria is the 7th largest. So you can imagine 20,000 students were given visa. That is students. That is students. I couldn't lay my hands on the statistics for 2023, 2024, but far back as 2017, right? Both visas that were rejected and they were approved, you know, everything was 515,000. Out of this, 32%, you know, was approved. But the statistics I have as at 2024, because I mean, when I saw that news, I said, let me dig a bit. What are these figures? And because I love figures, you know. As of 2024, non-immigrant visas, 74,000. For the immigrant, that is self and family, 8,000. So a total of 135,470, right, went to Nigerian embassy to say to US embassy, I want to japa, whatever, for whatever reasons. Out of this, 46.5% of that was refused. So now let's look at the total amount that US embassy chopped from us. 135,470 times $185 amounted to $25 million. So now times it by the exchange rate. This is coming from purses of Nigerians. Already, when you look at our cost of living is high. Yes, people want to live for the betterment. It is because they believe that Nigeria is a fragile state. That they don't care about us. So I better go and look for my own green pastures and bring my family in. You ask a question that what is the Ministry of Interior doing? I want to see it from 360 degrees. You cannot stop me from moving out. If I feel that, I mean, I'll be better off in another country. You cannot stop me. It's only if that country that I want says they want me. But at the same time, you can also do something to ensure that I don't have interest in going. Someone said something one day that the people that come here to invest, look at them. It is because they see something here that is better, and they want to invest and they want to make money. Except for the missionaries, you understand, those that have social impact in their blood. But would you ask an average American citizen or a British citizen to come to Nigeria because they want to japa from their own country? No, they would not. Because why? The infrastructure is working. I mean, their social security benefits, at least basic living is okay for them. Let us compare it to Nigeria, right? It's not, you cannot compare it. You cannot compare it. So what am I saying today is, yes, they might probably have to dialogue and things like that. But one thing is sure, visa fees cannot be transferred. Let's face it. It is that is brutal. Is there any country in this world that even refunds? I think the closest I saw was Australia, and it was like they thought about it, and it's not even everything. Is maybe the service fee, to the agencies and things like that. And I don't even think they do it now. So you cannot tell them to refund. It is not transferable. So that one is clear, right? The only issue is, let us now look at it, because it seems that you people, you have money, you want to japa. They're taking advantage of the fact that Nigerians want to japa. We came up with this japa syndrome. It's now a word that everybody uses. You now know that japa is japa. You understand? So it's possible, yes, because they're into business as well. I mean, they're into business as well. You people want to come, so they're catching on the fact that, okay, you people want to go, you have money, Abi. Even if you don't have money, you gotta borrow money. Okay, bring the money now and all that. So the only area where I see is now diplomacy, using relationship and things like that to say, you know what, let's look at these figures. Why is it high? Somebody wants to come for studies, right? I mean, all the papers are perfect, right? Maybe the only thing you probably want to say is that, okay, are we sure that your fees will be paid? Because let's look at it. There are some people that are over there now. Their parents can no longer pay the fees anymore. And the children do not want to come back home. So they are already a burden, in that land. So they probably want to check all these papers, right? And I think I stand on the side of justice and, let's do things fairly. I don't want our own citizens to go over there and become a burden and all that. You understand, roaming the streets and things like that. But at the same time, it's something that I believe that they can discuss. What are the conditions? I know the conditions are there, but with relationship and everything, the bilateral, whatever that we have, please, if they fulfill these things, let them go. Don't use it as an avenue of, okay, come back, another 185K or another $185 and all that, because it looks as if that is it, right? It looks as if that is it. But until we begin to talk and research and things like that. But at the same time, let us also talk to ourselves, Nigerians. We don't have to permutate and do everything. And these things, they see it. When you bring all kinds of documents that it does not just fall in line before you know what is happening, because they are protecting their own as well. And what they reject. So I think I'm able to balance both. So to be sure that, okay, if I want to go there, I want to be sure I believe it's God on my side, and I'm not somebody that wants to leave the country. So maybe that is what is working for me. So anytime I approach them, it is for a very good reason. I remember there was one that was asking me, why do I want to leave? And I said, do you think I'm interested in living in your country? I'm going there to study. It was a 3 month course or something. I said, I'm going there to study. And once I'm done, I'm coming back. In fact, the next day I'm coming back. She saw the boldness in me that, hey, what is, I don't want to leave my country. I'm going there, because I just have to study and come back, And of course, I've never been denied, and I do not pray that I'll be denied, because my reasons always going out of my country is either for well, of course, now we now add Omugo to Isha. Training, and then of course, more often than not, they're all sponsored trips, for one thing or the other and all that, So, but I feel the burden of Nigerians, to be honest. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot on them. And I do not blame them, because they're looking for greener pastures. So let us now walk it back to the country, to our government. What are they doing? That citizens want to stay and serve and work and live in their country.
Thank you so much, Vicky. Tom, do you have a question?
I have a comment.
Okay.
See, Nigeria High Commission and the embassy, they charge as well. So the US is not doing anything different. I quickly had to check. I'll talk about the UK because I know about the UK. For you as a foreigner, as a British citizen, right? Even if your daughter or your nephew, for me, or your son, Bukola, if they want to come to Nigeria, but they hold a British passport and they need a Nigerian visa, single entry cost $144.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Now multiple entry cost $472 for 1 year.
Absolutely.
For 2 years, $944, which is about £800. Multiple entry for 5 years, 2,000 and thereabouts. It's the same everywhere. And they don't refund. They call it processing fee. It's a cost of administration. No refund. So why are we picking on the US embassy? It's the same everywhere. Ghana is the same. Go to Ghana High Commission in the UK. It's the same. Fumi has said it. Let us put pressure on ourselves as individuals, on the government, to make Nigeria conducive.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what we need to do. I mean, you see people sell cars. They sell their houses. They jump to the UK. It's not rosy for them. It ain't rosy, especially if you don't have anywhere to stay. The cost of renting, and you have to pay weekly. They pay weekly in the UK, right? The cost of renting, and most of those who jackpot, maybe for what do they call this visa now? For school to go to, you have a limited number of hours to work.
Yeah,
it's not easy. UK is not easy. So for me, let us continue to see what we can do in our country. And then you fly from Nigeria, from the UK or from the US to Nigeria, and you see the number of expatriates on the plane. What are they coming in to do? What is it that they have seen that we cannot see? And all we do is complain. Huh? You don't want to sell water, but you can go to London and clean the streets of London. I'm not going to be a favorite of people this morning. Honestly, you don't want to clean the streets of Nigeria, but you're going to the UK to go and clean the streets, and you're going to carry somebody's poo. Hello. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough discussion we're having, but we just have to have it. That's the truth. We have to do something that will make particularly our youth. I am always scared of that figure when we talk about 70% of our youth, of our population. What do we have for them?
Sorry to interrupt. We have a call. Sorry, Tom. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Evangelist Dixon, I think I recognize your voice this morning.
Coming from Ogba.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How are you? How is Ogba this morning?
Yes, let me comment on you as you try to balance things up. Anybody, even including me, that the comment is not you. don't read it. I love what you did yesterday because you don't want to lose your job. Okay. And we also know the studio says you don't want to lose our job. To beat evil and all of that we are doing. Sometimes we are carried by one thing or the other, but we try to control our emotion. Thank you. On this water issue and everything, I would say let us say early, let's say in 70s, 80s. You know, there was a time Naira was higher than $1. Then we can travel anywhere in Nigeria peacefully. This religion and the ethnic something was not there. Nigeria will love ourselves. And then we don't have as many churches, as many mosques as we have. And Nigeria love themselves and we love our country. But now, with many churches and mosques here and there, what is happening? We can't travel like before. How much is in Naira to $1? And when you look at this, most of us we contributed to what is happening today. Yes, government have their own rules. Let us put pressure on government to do the right thing. We ourselves in our respective place, are we doing the right thing? In Nigeria, we're expecting we should all depend on all our collective efforts to build this nation. Whereby people will be trying to look for visa. And look at how much is being wasted now. Students on health, on education, and all that. If that money is, we use that money, we utilize that money here to build our nation. Okay, we see how many people are coming to our own members, are trying to come and school here. Maybe send their need for health or something. We should sit down and build our country. My pension, I just retire asking you. You believe that my pension is not paid yet. My money in trust fund, I've been battling with it even as I'm talking to you now. Why? Because some people don't want to do what is right. And I told them, remember, they're not going to remain young forever. One day they also will retire. And the same thing happens to them. You should also have the fear of God. One day God will ask us, there's something in this life. Men have gone missing. Anybody can live their opinion. But you can do anything and get away in Nigeria. You can't get away from it. Let us all do the right thing in the fear of God in Nigeria and move this region forward. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Edith Dixon. Thank you so much for calling. Interestingly, the next story we're going to be treating is the pension story. So please stick around to hear our thoughts and also contribute to that. Carry on, Tom.
Yes, 3 minutes after 8 on Your Women Radio, newspaper review. Bukola was talking about the youth, and it's very important that we talk about the youth. They make up 70% of our population, like you said, and we need to make sure that we occupy them. We need to make sure they're doing something. We need to because in 10 years' time, in 10 years' time, they need to. They will be. A 20-year-old today will be 30 in 10 years' time. So Bukola is very, very spot on making sure that we engage the youth, making sure that we educate the youth. And that's why I am a sucker and I am 100% for the NEL Fund support, NEL Fund loan, at least get educated. Because once you have something up there, you're able to think creatively, you're able to think of what you need to do and not be reliant on the government. But the government owe a duty. I mean, if you're not taking care of pensioners and then you're not taking care of the young people, and when I say government, I'm not talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm talking about all of us, from the pastors to the imams, to the traditional rulers, to parents, to the community. I'm talking about all of us generally.
We have a call. Sorry.
Okay.
We have a call.
That's okay.
Hello. I think the topic today is hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, it's gone. Please do well to call us 07000-917-917 or 9155-917-917. You can text us on 0703-1756-537 or 08155-917-917. Go ahead. I was trying to remember the number.
And please, we encourage the women to phone in as well. This is Women Radio, is your radio station. Please do phone in. So I have 2 messages here. Barrister Ugo Osuji from Festa. Good morning to you. He said, good morning, Women Radio FM presenter, Fumi, co-host and analyst Buki Femi Ajala. Good morning, and how are you too, sir? He said, federal government unveils agric reforms, moves to create 21 million jobs. It sounds plaudatory, provided it is mechanized agriculture, but must be a departure from the old, as that obtained in the old has no place in the epoch of the present. On federal government suing Omoyele Sowore over defamatory remarks on X and Meta, one wonders whether the defamatory was by way of charges brought against Sowore or civil defamation, as the president has not complained of being defamed, hence could have brought the action in personam, though immunity could be a legal bar. But DSS is not a creation of national security, save state security service. So this charge could be non-suit. He's using our terminologies there, where we have a serious judiciary. Is there a call
Hello, good
coming through?
morning. Yes, I think so. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, we
We
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Good morning. Okay, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Nigeria. I didn't want
This is
to
Mrs.
cut
Abole.
that was why I did say everything. Good morning, ma'am.
Oh, thank
This morning's discourse, thank you very much. This morning's discourse on Japa. Japa has been fondly used or consistently used in these climes that has found its way into the dictionary because of our constant use of the word. Now, the question is, will the average Nigerian be blamed for trying to seek for greener pastures? The answer is no. But in everything, I believe moderation and balancing is key in whatever we try to do in our life. So basically, if you were to ask me, the bottom line of our discourse this morning boils down to the fact that if there's a structure in this place, I understand the fact that in the Western clime, there's structure, but before that structure could be able to stand, I think a couple of things had gone into play there. Now, if there's a structure, a working structure in this country, I don't think people will be running down to, the Western climes to seek for greener pastures or for a better remuneration, for a better life. In some of your stories this morning, I heard Madam Toyin say, people that have worked so hard were denied their pension. Where does that leave the average Nigerian who has toiled for over 35 years, putting his servitude only at the end of the day, not to be remunerated? Where does that leave the average Nigerian? I think the only time I wanted to travel out was to Japa, as the word is fondly used these days, was for me to go and see if a procedure can be done outside the shores for my boy with special needs. I was just thinking, I don't want him to, end up in the future, a child with cerebral palsy, end up just like, I don't want to use the word lifeless now, just like that, you understand? I was thinking maybe a procedure can be done for him that would make him independent, not always dependent on me. And that was when I was clamoring for traveling about everything, it did not, go down well. We've not even gotten to the point because of the hurdles and everything. And you can understand that as for me. But you see, every time you go to the embassy, you see people trooping out to get visas. People are denied visas because of this rave and crave for greener pastures. What am I trying to say here? If we can get a working structure, remember we chased out Ghanaians when we said in the era of Ghana must go. Now, many of us are even craving to go to Ghana. You understand? And now they've done something for themselves. Why can't Nigerians just have the same thing? Because our politicians and staff keep siphoning funds, and you're asking yourself, when will it be Uhuru? Because it's not yet Uhuru. So if we are saying we want a balance or a positive society, how are we trying to put our own structure where our country here will be one that everyone will crave for and say they want to come and visit one day? I just want us to address these issues holistically and say the government should fix this nation and fix it fast. Maybe it will reduce this Japa craze and syndrome. Thank you, Madam Toro. Thank you, Fumi. Thank you to the guests you have at hand. You guys are doing an amazing job. Love you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Fumi and Bukola, can I just quickly say something?
Oh, yes, please go ahead.
See, in the UK, when you're seen to be seeking, when you're out of job, out of employment, or you finish school and you don't have any work, as long as you are seen to be actively seeking employment, which means you need to go to the employment job center, you apply, and they see that you are actively seeking. There is an allowance that the government gives you to keep body and soul together, so that you are not reliant and you are not on the street, right? For those who are working, but your salary is not enough, they give you, they help with your rent. You pay less. You pay something, you pay for the electricity and water, but at least you pay less. They make it easy for you to survive. Not that you're rich, but at least to survive. Now, I'm also aware because our dear sister who just spoke about her child who has cerebral palsy in the UK. They give support to the child in terms of money. They give support to the carer who is a parent in terms of money. So it's not as if you're wealthy, but at least you have food and you have a roof over your head. This is what we're asking any government to do. I was talking to the Minister of Labour State in Kiruka, Honorable in Kiruka, last week, and she said there is a initiative where the government, because she's in charge of labor, right, where the government trains, apart from Nelfund. She was educating me. I was talking to her about Nelfund. She said Nelfund is fantastic too, but there's another initiative where they train, whether you are a plumber or whether you want to learn how to sew, they train you. And after training you, they make it possible for you to employ you, because you don't want to spend money training people. She said people are not applying. They said na scam. So I asked her, how are you educating Nigerians about this? Do they know about it? That if you train me for 2-3 years, because the government will pay somebody. So maybe for me, you know how to make hair. Government will pay you to teach people who are unemployed to learn that art. Once they finish, then they're going to put them somewhere. I said, but do people know? So you may be trying all of these things, but do Nigerians know?
Absolutely.
But she said something, Olubukola said something, we need a conducive Nigeria. We do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. I love what you told her, that do people know? Do they communicate it in the way we understand? Are there success stories? What is the process of applying? Is it easy? Can I just go on the portal, apply, and I don't have to know somebody to go through one local government chairman or whatever, to get it? So those are those things that they need to break down.
Let me quickly read a message from it's the same message. Okay, sorry. This one is from Mayo from Ikotun Egbe. It says, beautiful morning to my beautiful family. Good morning. Good news this morning for hearing about the death of gentle Yahoo in my region, which is a wise men region southeast. Though I'm not from the north, but every life matters to me, Mayo. Oh, hello, good morning. How are you?
We have quite a few calls this morning.
Thank you. Fine, thank you. So the wonderful conveners of this wonderful program I greet you this morning. I want to say,
do we know your name?
My name is Comrade Ambassador Olusanyala Dipupo, speaking for the youth in Ifo Iwekoro, National Youth Council of Nigeria. This is a wonderful topic you guys have brought up, and I want to sincerely commend each and every one of you. But the point still remains that in everything in Nigeria, we have decided to politicize it. So if they are not gaining anything, if the government is not gaining anything, they are not ready to invest in people. And that has always been the problem. That has always been the problem from the onset. They always want to gain. The reason why people don't believe that the government can actually empower people is because they believe the government wants to gain from it. We have National Youth Council. They have never empowered National Youth Council. I can say it anyway. This body is meant to actually bring youth together to work with the government. What are they doing about it? They keep creating initiatives that they cannot maintain. They keep putting us on hold
just in disguise for their political ambitions. Do you know that as at the moment, they already have like 5 to 6 other initiatives that they call themselves youth, trying to tear the youthful apart? This is the problem. When it comes, they start remembering they have youth. But they have forgotten that there's a central body that empowers the youth to function. That's the problem. Everybody wants to eat their father's cake, and they want to also have it. But it's not possible. The reason why our youth are leaving the country today is because the government are eating their cake, and they want to also have it, which is not done. Not in any sane society. If you go to the United States work for the people, not the other way around. We are the problem of ourselves. The politicians need to stop playing politics and start doing governance. We have suffered enough. Enough is enough. It's not enough for them because we have initiatives. Yes, we know you have initiatives. But how are you applying the initiatives to benefit we youths? We have suffered enough. I can tell you that even the National Council is struggling to survive. We are all struggling to survive because they are not supporting us in any way. No fund is being generated from the National Youth Council. Instead, we are the ones spending our money in there. So that's the problem.
Comrade.
Now, yes,
I just sent a message to Kendi Awujola. She's the SSC Gender to the Honorable Minister of Youth. I said, you just said there is a National Youth Council, which I'm not even aware of, and that nothing is happening. So she said she's going to send a message. She's going to reply, and hopefully we'll bring her on this radio at some point in time for you to be able to engage her. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. Because as I speak with you now, I've been nominated as a councillor for Ifoiwe Ibarabu. But yet, because there is no fund, we are stuck in the middle. We still had a meeting yesterday night. I'm telling you of something that happened recently. We still had a meeting yesterday night. No fund. We are suffering. We are suffering. I would not lie to you. Look at Lagos State youth now. The government the people there are sponsoring them. There is no fund in Ogun State. No fund for the National Youth Council. I can say it anyway. We are suffering. Anything the government gives you, they expect return. I was listening to the tax bill of yesterday, tax reform. They were saying all these things we remove from something, we did not remove from something. How realistic are all these things they are saying? How realistic is it? They will say one thing now, you go back, is another thing they are doing. Everybody wants to eat of the cake, and it's not done. It's not done if you want the country to move forward. It is not done. Yes, there was a time we had Ghana Must Go. I was alive when we did Ghana Must Go. I can remember clearly. But Ghana is better than us today. In fact, my in-law is from Ghana. They are better, far better than us. All the Republic of Benin, people that come here to work, where are they today? They have run to Ghana because our economy has crumbled. That is the depth of the decay in our society. We need to unify ourselves. The earlier, the better we unify the youth and the women, the better for us. The pensions that are suffering today is because there's somebody in that pension fund that is benefiting and praying that the pension people should die so that they can inherit their fund. They want to inherit their fund. That is why they are not releasing that fund. They are praying so much that these people that are pensioners should die so that they can inherit their fund. That is what Nigeria has turned into now. That's how bad it is. May God bless us too. But I know this will not
Comrade.
forever. Good morning.
Comrade, hold on, don't go. Yes, sir.
Hi, comrade. Please, can you text this number 08155 917 917 so we can have your contact, please, so that we can continue this conversation with you.
I'm put you in direct contact with
Yes,
the
so
appropriate
that's
person. Yeah.
yes, 08155 917 917.
I have a direct
Do you have it?
contact with me already. The UFM
Okay.
Women Radio. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
please just contact and then put your name there so we'll know that you're the one who called on the show so that we can continue, this dialogue and get the appropriate help to you. Thank you so much.
Bukola and Femi,
Yeah.
he said something that the National Youth Chapter in Lagos State is being supported, maybe by individuals in the state, I don't know, maybe by the government. So what I'm hearing now is that there's a National Youth Council, but there is a state chapter. That's what I'm hearing, and it looks like it's a responsibility of the state government to engage the chapter. That's what I'm hearing. And he called out Ogun State.
Yeah, I'm aware of the National Youth Council. I'm aware of that body, though I don't know how they operate and I don't know how they're managed. But I also got pillars. Yes, I'm aware of them. And he mentioned Lagos because, of course, Lagos is very close to Ogun. I'm sure they'll be comparing results.
Yes.
Possibly in terms of sponsorship and all that. So for like the initiative, I expect that is the apparatus they will use. I'm sure that some people are not even aware that there's a National Youth Council. How did I get to know? Because of what I do. I mean, as a director of Institute for National Transformation, we talk about national values, we talk about transformational leadership skills and values and things like that. So I met, I think it was the national president at a conference. That's how I got to know that there's a National Youth Council. And they actually meet like a council. They actually meet like a council. So these are initiatives, the initiatives rather, should actually, at least a part of it should flow because the youths are there, and if the youths know that, okay, if I belong to this body, I mean, there are benefits, and they can train me on this skill, and not just train, but they can also empower me. For me, I would say that, yes, it's good to train, but after you have trained them, where are they going to get money, to set up? So it's an issue of train, empower, and even right now, I'm also saying that they should open up markets because many people. It looks as if we are digressing, but I think these are key things we need to discuss. You set them up, okay, you give them the tools, and then when they produce these things, where do they sell them to? Particularly agric. So these things also have to be linked. I mean, of course, we are opening up Africa now, so there has to be a system where produce the fabric, produce the bags, produce the shoes, or whatever it is to standard, and then channel it, to the African market that we're trying to open up. So a whole lot is happening, but we will keep conversing, we'll keep engaging, and thank God for that.
Wow, we have run out of time, and we started off talking about visas, and then we went into making Nigeria great again. Interestingly, I quickly googled when the Ghana Must Go happened, and it happened in 1983. In the early 70s, Nigeria's oil boom actually attracted many West African migrants to Nigeria, and then deportation happened after, when they felt like, oh no, you people have to go. So like Tom and Buki said earlier, this is not a new phenomenon of increase in prices of visas. It's almost like a do as you'll be done by situation, and that's why, like you rightly have said, we need to look inward to make Nigeria great again. Unfortunately, we can't take all the
I sent something to you in response to the comrade, and that's from the SSA minister. Maybe you just want to, because the comrade is probably still listening. Maybe you just want to. That's her response. I forwarded them to you.
So the SSA women to the minister has said that the Sokubo-led executive has been disbanded because they are not doing anything, and for tenure elongation. The state chapter has to work with the state government. This is from Kende Awujola, SSA Women, to the Minister on Youth. That was her.
And she's ready to come on radio, hopefully to engage Nigerian youth. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your messages. We are seeing that messages are pouring in and pouring in due to this conversation. Maybe once a week, we'll just give a day dedicated to these issues so we can tackle them properly. Buki, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks to those holding it down in the studio. Victor, Timmy, Hillary, many thanks to you. We're seeing your hard work behind the scenes. We'll meet you same time tomorrow, 7:30 on Newspaper Review. My name is Fumi Bangala.
My name is Tomu Okiwale Shonaya. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.